Hello, Pastor Steve Waldron here with New Life Pentecostal Church in Albany, Georgia. I've got with me a genuine leather copy of the Defined King James Bible. This is still being printed by the Bible for Today. They printed over 50,000 copies. This is their mid-size. It's a really good size. It's a little blocky to me in that it's a little short and a little out to the side more than a Bible, but it's not so bad. Beautifully bound, I think in Korea. I talked with them at length. We're doing a study Bible. I want to see where they got theirs printed from. I think they ended up getting these done in Korea. You can tell after several years, it is still, the gold is still fantastic on here. Gold edging hasn't held up quite as well. The genuine leather, of course, it's not going to be like a local church Bible publishing, some of the others. But it is, I like the grain on the genuine leather. These only cost about $30. So now let's look at this. First of all, it's got 10-point print, a little light. The print size is. It's 10-point print, but it's a little light. But it's still good readable print. So we'll take you through it. First of all, I've mentioned this is done by the Bible for Today Press. It says here, it says the United States of America. It doesn't say it was printed there. I thought they said it was printed in Korea, but maybe it was printed in the United States. The Bible for Today, they're the ones that do the Dean Burgon Society, have really defended the King James Version of the Bible and the underlying text. This is the 1769 Cambridge edition. They're very much in favor of that. When you turn the page, it's got something by his mother, Gertrude Grace Sanborn, about the Bible. I really like that. Like a poem. It's got a preface by the general editor. Introduction by the footnote author and editor. Now, you might say, who's D.A. Waite? D.A. Waite has two different PhDs. He's got one in Greek and Latin and another in theology from Dallas Theological Seminary. His son has two masters, a master's of art and then a master of literary arts or letter of arts as well. So it was basically the son who defined it. The reason they call it the Defined King James Bible is archaic words, difficult words. He defines them for you in the text at the bottom, bolds them in the text, and so then at the bottom of the text. It also has a very good Bible reading plan. He's the first one, D.A. Waite is, that I learned that it's 85 verses a day, or just under 85 verses a day. Then he's got a synopsis of each book of the Bible. He's got the number of words, the number of chapters, the number of verses in each book of the Bible. Now, I will say, for the most part, these do not line up with the gold standard of those things, which is by Lawrence Vance. He has done the very best job of how many words and how many, the middle verse, how many verses, chapters, and all of this. Then it's got the Word of God. The Bible contains the mind of God, the state of man, the way of salvation, the doom of sinners, the happiness of believers, and it just keeps going. I love that statement. I love the that Word of God thing. It ends, let it fill the memory, rule the heart, guide the feet. It's a mine of wealth, a paradise of glory, a river of pleasure that's given to you in life, will be opened in judgment, remembered forever. It involves the highest responsibility, will reward the highest labor, and condemn all who trifle with its sacred content. So as you go, I don't know if you can see this, but it'll have words bolded, defined at the very bottom. Now, there's been kind of a certain segment of the King James community. They kind of preach against this Bible because they don't like some of the definitions. Because I think he went to Hebrew and Greek lexicons for some of the definitions, and they would have preferred him to go to like the 1828 Webster's or the Oxford English Dictionary for definitions. So, just making you aware that there's a certain segment of the pro-King James camp that is very much against some of these definitions. So, again, just making you aware of that. So when you get to the end of it, in the book of Revelation, after the book of Revelation, it's got the how to understand ETH and TH verb endings, double consonants before the ETH, It's got multiple pages of that, how to understand the EST and ST endings, and then an urgent plea for Christian fervencies in these last days and a defense of the authorized King James Bible by Doctor of Divinity and Medical Doctor, Pastor S.H. Toad from Singapore, a big defender of the King James, about how Satan always attacks the Word of God, and how the King James he feels is the greatest translation. And then he goes into modern versions examined, and just a very short thing of some of the things wrong with certain modern versions. New King James Version here, Revised Standard Version here, and he just keeps going. The Living Bible, and one of the things is all roads lead to Rome. How we got our Bible, great little chart, reminds me of the chart in the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. And then it keeps going, good fruit of the KJV, bad fruit of modern versions. Another little chart they've got there. Has corrupt techniques, corrupt translators, corrupt text, on and so forth. And has biographies of all the people who contributed this. Christ our Passover, extremely good. Really like that. Maybe doesn't go far enough. And then a book with rules. Isn't it strange that princes and kings and clowns that caper in sawdust wings, my eyes, I've had a little bit of Bell's palsy, it's blurring on me, in sawdust rings, and common people like you and me are builders of eternity? Each is given a bag of tools, a shapeless mass, and a book with rules, and each must make, ere life is flown, a stumbling block or a stepping stone. So, great little thing. Has some black and white maps, which is very unusual to see black and white maps. The paper's still a little thicker than the rest of the paper, but it doesn't bother me. The black and white maps don't bother me at all. It may some of you. And I think that's all. You'll notice it did not have a concordance in it, but it's basically just a good reading Bible. They do make it in a large print, and if I remember correctly, these things are only still like $30 for a nice, genuine leather Bible, good ribbon marker. So I like the Bible, and you might like reading it if you have difficulty with some of the, 819 archaic words. Some people say 600 and something in the King James, but archaic words are in the modern translations as well. It'll have them defined for you in the text. And so God bless you to find King James Bible for the Bible for Today. Just go to the Bible for Today website. Amazing things on that website. They used to have over 3,000 books and pamphlets and tracts defending the King James on there. And again, the Dean Burgon Society. So God bless you today.